This is for all you big hitters out there. Do you have trouble hitting drop shots? You don't have any problems of hitting big, but you always, you have brick hands and you just can't seem to hit soft shots. I was a big hitter when I was younger, and even now, I hit big and heavy. But the thing is, I always had trouble hitting drop shots, and a lot of my drop shots were just hitting it short rather than really dropping in front of the net or really short to call it a drop shot. It was actually a short slice. My coaches found out I had horrible hands, so they told me, don't hit drop shots, just don't hit it. In the past 90s and 2000s, there's not a lot of drop shots to begin with. A lot of players were hitting through and not, adding variety to their game, like Alcaraz. A lot of these newer generation players hits amazing drop shots. But in the past, it was just all about hitting big. So I wanted to hit drop shots, but the coaches told, not just me, but a lot of different players, don't hit drop shots because it's going to ruin your game. I was bad at it, so they said, just don't do it at all. Okay, so this is all the people that have trouble hitting short or have trouble hitting drop shots. And this is how I found out how to hit drop shots better. Okay, so drop shot, a lot of people say it's like a feel shot. You can't really teach it. But the thing is, there are ways to teach feel. You could either train them, you could teach them with words or show them. But today, I'm just going to show you what it is you have to do. So we're going to talk about grip pressure. A lot of big hitters are very good at using the muscles that enable you to hit big. So which means that with the grip pressure, meaning you're very good at using this part of the hand to drive the racket head through. But the thing is, you're not really using all of your hands, and the feel that you have is mostly here with the index finger and the knuckle here, and mostly here, and maybe your thumb too. But the thing is, in order for you to hit a great drop shot or have feel on it, or act like you have feel, is you have to use this part of the hand. You have to be able to use the pinky and the thumb together, and you have to use the bottom part of the hand. What does that mean? When you have your racket continental grip is bevel number 2. I always do this. I have to do this because people always ask. I'm go watch other videos and come back. But obviously, they want to know. So for you advanced people out there, you could skip this. Bevel 1, bevel 2, your knuckle goes on bevel 2. I usually do it like a cheating continental, which I talked about, in the middle of bevel 2 and bevel 3. Now that we got that out of the way, when you are a power player, a lot of times you're very good at using the index finger and the knuckle. So what you're doing is your racket is going through the ball too fast, and you're getting unwanted power. That way the ball is going to go long, and it's not going to be a drop shot. It's more like a slice, or it'll just pop up because you're cutting it through. What you have to do is you have to be able to absorb the power, but to be able to absorb the power, try to let go of these two fingers, the middle finger and the index finger, and almost try to hit it with the thumb and these two fingers here, and try to stay firm on it on the shot while you're trying to keep it really firm and trying to hit a drop shot. That way you're really using these part of the hand down here rather than these two fingers and up here. So what that does is it absorbs the power, and it kind of prevents the racket from going forward because you don't have these two fingers to push the racket forward. I'll show you. Okay, so when you're practicing the shot, you don't have to do it far, like from the baseline. So when you're pushing the ball with the index finger and the knuckle, your shot is very hard to control, and it's going to go through. So it's very hard to keep the ball from not going too far. So what you want to do is try to keep pressure on the bottom three fingers, the thumb, I should say 2 fingers, the pinky, and the fourth finger, trying to focus on the emphasizing, holding it there, and try to hit a softer shot based on the emphasis on those 3 fingers. You could use the thumb too. So you don't want to put on, obviously I did it hard there, but try to keep those 2 fingers off and pressure here and keep the racket firm. Try to keep it firm. So basically you're trying to hit it soft by not taking the tip forward and keeping the tip back while you're doing it. Now, you don't need to try to disguise it. okay? You don't need to try to disguise it. You just want to use those three, the thumb, the pinky, and the ring finger. And it's gonna get tired because you're trying to stay firm, because if it's flimsy, the racket tip's gonna go forward and it's very hard for you to control again. So keep it firm, and you're trying to keep it firm and hit that drop shot. Now, the way you hit the drop shot, today I'm just explaining how to do the grip pressure, but the way you hit the shot is more like a, you see how it goes this way? Not like cutting it down or going straight through, but it's more like this, okay? Let's try it again with the grip, pressure here, and, okay? So you see how it goes straight up almost? And the way I figured this out is because I was coaching and I didn't have to hit so hard. And as I was doing, like hitting volleys, when they hit it back on a return, when I was serving to them and they hit a return, I try to practice hitting drop shots because, you know, again, I told you the better player you get, the easier it is to coach. And if you understand the shot, it's much easier to tell other players what you have to do to be able to hit those shots. So try to focus on that, okay? Now, you saw me missing into the net instead of missing long. It's because I'm trying to drop it short. Misses are better into the net first, to go from short to long range instead of going long to short. Find your range as you're doing it. Try to go a little bit firmer at a time, or more feel, whatever it needs to be, but make sure you use the right grip pressure on that drop shot. And then once you get good at it, you could go here, and then you could still do it with the disguise. You could change your grip from forehand grip, and then back to the continental, and then you keep your focus on these two fingers here, rather than these two fingers. I hope this helped you out. For all you big hitters out there, I know everybody loves to hit big. The commentators, everybody says, oh, be aggressive, be aggressive. So I know you guys are having trouble with this as well. So if you want to add variety to your game and you feel pretty satisfied, not satisfied, but if you're good at being aggressive, but if you want to add on the deceptiveness of the drop shot and feel, try this out. You'll immediately feel the difference. Thanks, guys.